Good morning and welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills. This is Brock Shimano, and today is Thursday the 19th. The market opened this morning. Corn's trading 6 1/4 higher, soybeans up 10 1/2, and wheat up 5. Kansas wheat actually down a penny right now. Brock, what's driving this market today?
I think one of the biggest things driving the market today is the announcement of some pretty significant export sales to Mexico, South Korea, China, and yesterday Egypt actually stepped in the market and bought 120,000 metric tons of corn. And last week, actually, we saw, after the USDA came out with their most recent revisions, we saw China step into the market and buy 414,000 metric tons. That will show up on this week's report. The other sales will show up on next week's report. This week's report actually comes out a day late tomorrow due to the holiday this Monday.
Yeah, we'll be covering that in the Friday wrap-up for an export report. This is kind of firming up a bid here this morning underneath kind of grains across the board. What are some themes, what are some big news that's going on around the globe here that's going to be impacting grains going forward?
Yeah, there's several items that we really need to be paying attention to as we move forward. The continued drought situation down in Argentina. Looks like they are going to get some rains this weekend. The original forecast was for Friday through the weekend, and now it is for Saturday and Sunday. They're looking for about a ½ inch to an inch of rain for them this weekend. But after that, it turns dry again, so that's something we're going to have to continue to monitor. The dollar index is actually being pushed quite a bit lower in the last few days, mostly due to the IMF and the Eurozone firming up some of their debt crisis issues that they have been having ongoing over the last few months. The IMF is actually seeking $600 billion additional of funds to shore up their safety net. Fitch is going to actually step in, though, and review 6 of the Euro states to see if there is some downgrades necessary for their sovereign debt. And one of the biggest issues that is out on the horizon right now is China may be easing their monetary policy in the next few days or weeks to come.
All right. Well, yeah, if China does lower their policy, where it's going to come in terms of the required reserves for their banks. If you see an announcement like that, that could be bullish commodities across the board. It really should help out grains, just because they're going to have more cash, more that they can invest in copper, iron, and grains from the U.S. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to talk a little bit about basis and why that is supporting the corn market this morning.
Welcome back to GrainTV. In the futures market, we've seen some early strength this morning due to some recent export sales. And in the cash market, we've also seen some strength recently. Cody, I know you looked into this a little bit more. Why don't you take us through what you found out?
Yeah, since January 1st, we've seen on average corn basis go up 2 cents across the U.S. Now that was driven primarily by the river markets. Take a look at all this green in western Illinois. Take a look at all the green up the Ohio River, and you can really see that the river markets is what driving the basis increase. We're up 8 1/2 cents on river markets since January 1st. Cash beans, same scenario. We've seen strength along the rivers. If you take into account this strength in the basis market along the rivers, take into account the export sales, a flurry of export sales that we've seen, to me, I think this is painting a rosier picture for demand.
So if you're a producer and you're sitting on some unpriced bushels, how do you take advantage of these strong basis levels?
Yeah, I'd go ahead and sell in the cash market. Lock in that basis. And then if you think price is going to go higher, you can always buy a call or get long a futures contract.
If you want to talk about your marketing strategy, give us a call at 877-GRAIN07. You can follow us on Twitter, check us out on Facebook, and we appreciate your viewership today on GrainTV.